Okay, I must admit that it really is starting to look as though Call of Duty is making the greatest comeback of all time. I watched the multiplayer gameplay premiere, and I've taken all of the juicy stuff from the developers. I'm going to be putting it into this video so that you guys have a better understanding of it all. I stuck around for the first match, the 6v6. I believe they're doing a few, then they're doing 10 against 10, 20 against 20, and then 2v2. But the 10 against 10, the 20 against 20, and the 2v2, we've already seen 2v2 gameplay. The 10-10 and the 20-20, if you guys want me to cover it, I'll do it at a later date. But to be honest, it's just about the gameplay, how it looks and stuff at the moment. That's why I'm covering the basics, the stuff that I believe you guys would like to know about it. I must say that I'm actually hyped for the first time in years for a Call of Duty game to release. It's pretty much been a shambles over the last few years. They've started up in their game, but we had like exoskeletons, we've had like loads of different stuff that's ruined the core mechanics of Call of Duty, in my opinion. Everyone has their own opinion, but we're going to start with probably one of the best things, and that is there is no season pass for map packs and stuff like that. All of their content updates are going to be free to absolutely everyone. In the creator class, there is no more pick 10. You can literally put whatever you want within certain limits, but it's not just you pick 10 things, you go into the match and you complete the match, and then if you want to change things up, you are limited to 10 things. None of that anymore. The gunsmith is going to contain a lot of different customization options. There's going to be like 30 to 60 different attachments per gun. And not only that, but the guns come with perks themselves. So you'll have your character perks, but then you'll also have gun perks, like FMJ. Stuff like that is actually going to be separated from the perk list. You're going to be able to put it on your gun directly. I believe the 20 against 20 is called battle mode. Not sure on the 10 against 10. But there's different modes, I believe map sizes and things like that. Some of the kill streaks, like the tank, the juggernaut and stuff like that, you can actually throw thermite grenades and they stick to it. Like, if there's a chopper flying by or something like that, then you can throw a thermite and actually start burning it. They've also got things like the snapshot grenade. You throw that into a room, it's going to bounce up. Basically, it's going to tick how many enemies are in that room or something like that. It looks pretty cool. As well as that, there's, like, obviously fan favourites returning, as well as a lot of new stuff. They were making the hard decision between unlimited sprint and sprint on cooldown. They've gone with unlimited sprint just because it's easily accessible by a majority of the player base. But they've also got a tactical sprint, which essentially holsters your gun. It holds it up in the air kind of thing. But when you have that out, the game registers that you're not looking for any combat right that second. You can actually run faster. Another cool thing they pointed out, when you get your Juggernaut suit, because Juggernaut's coming back as a kill streak, it actually plays metal music whilst you're running around in that suit. And also it plays it like a headphone kind of sound, so players in your team that are around you can hear the music coming out of your suit. The infantry, I can't remember what it's called, I think it's the IAV, but it's like the tank kind of kill streak. It's a two-player tank. You have one person driving and they're on the main turret, and then you have another one that's sat on top in the 50 cal Top Gun. This is something I'm very interested in. The game mode headquarters is making a comeback. And from Black Ops 1, one of the things I remember is the M16 with a suppressor on hardcore headquarters absolutely dominate using that class. There's a new game engine. Obviously the build that was being used at the premiere wasn't final, but so far the gameplay looks really smooth. Graphics are amazing. And also you can customize your classes on the fly in-game when you die. So you can literally, if you get killed, before you respawn back in, you can go and customize whatever you want within your class. You get field upgrades like the trophy system and the mountable tactical cover, which is going to actually decrease your recoil. So it would be like a shield that you would deploy on the floor or something like that. Like, obviously it's just cover, it's not a shield, but I mean, it's like a piece of cover, you deploy it on the floor, and it's mountable, so you can actually mount it, place your gun on there, and it's going to decrease your recoil. So that seems pretty cool as well, especially when you're defending objectives and things like that. Tactical insertion is back, so there's going to be different ways, like you could chuck down a little smoke grenade or whatever, or a little device, and then when you die you can respawn back on that point, so that's going to make for some more tactical plays. If someone deploys a recon drone, you can actually throw C4 on top of it, and you can pull off some sick plays using that. If the person on your team using the recon drone flies it into an important objective, detonate the C4, you could get yourself a quad feed or something like that. The beta begins on September the 12th with pre-orders. The release for the game is October the 25th. There is going to be night versions of the map, so you're going to be running around with night vision goggles and stuff. There is going to be cross-play in the beta, so it's not just limited to each platform. This is something that I'm not normally interested in. I won't be buying it myself, but the Dark Edition of the game comes with a real-life set of night vision goggles that actually work, and they're the same as you see in the game. So if you're that interested in Call of Duty, you've got the money, because I'm guessing it's going to be a very expensive edition, you will get a real-life set of night vision goggles. They have a couple of different features to them, like you've got short range, long range, stuff like that. This game isn't a remaster, it's reimagined, so it's fresh but it's familiar. So returning Call of Duty players will get the feel of the old like Modern Warfare series, like the Modern Warfare 2, COD 4, but it's also fresh for newcomers so that it's easier to pick up and you're not just playing a game that everyone's used to from years ago. And then along with the gunsmith and stuff, you can literally go in there and if you want to run an M4A1 or something like that, an AK-47, you can customize anything you want within that weapon, but I believe you are limited to 5 attachments per weapon. So if you want to run a sight, an extended mag, a suppressor, a barrel, a stock, noob tubes, anything, as long as it's only 5, like a max of 5, you can run 5 attachments on your weapon at any time. So there's going to be a massive amount of variety. The gameplay looks amazing, looks smooth, fast-paced, the typical Call of Duty stuff, but their maps, they're no longer like free lane, your typical like left, middle, right flanks and stuff. It's all going to be mixed up. But the gameplay's looking good so far. The creator class is looking amazing. There's going to be Spec Ops, there's a campaign and all the stuff like that. So I'm going to end the video there. If there's anything else you want me to cover within the game, like before release, then let me know in the comments. If not, I'll see you when the game releases, unless I get access to a beta or something if I pre-order. I'm pretty sure I will be pre-ordering the game. Not sure what edition yet personally. But that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.